I have no idea if this is working or not. But I am at Flyvestation Værløse just to record a video. So yeah. So I brought the Mini 3 and of course the DJI RC, and I hooked everything up with the DJI mic here. And so this is a pretty nifty thing. So you just plug this in the base of the DJI RC, and then you just take one of these nifty 50s here. I don't know if they're called 50s. Can I see some comments here? If some of you is writing me live. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Now I can see what you're writing me. So this is pretty nice because then I can record everything that goes on the screen here. I can do that with this little small thingy, and I can press the record button on the side here as well, so it glows red here in the corner. Means that it will record locally as well. So just put that one on my clothing here, and then I can step out here. I can put the drone up here. So, unfortunately, we're not streaming live. Yeah, we're streaming live, me to you. But we're not streaming live from the drone, so it will just be me, sitting here, recording the video. I just thought it could be fun to bring you guys along. Maybe you don't share the same opinion. So now I enable the screen recorder. So you see the screen recorder, maybe you can see it, it's a little counter down there somewhere. That counts, and then because I have it wired up with the mic system, I will be able to speak onto the screen recording. Always remember to start the recording before we take off. I actually made that my thing. Because if you don't do that, you kind of forget it, and then you end up flying around out here and having recorded nothing else than the screen recording. And the screen recording is quite low resolution, so that's kind of it's not fun to release a video with that. If you don't know this place, this is called Flyvestation Værløse. This is a decommissioned airbase where there is an amazing 3.2 kilometers of runway. So if you're into bicycling and stuff like that, and you want to bike very, very fast, then it's a really good place to go, because there is no cars allowed on the runway. So you can mess around out there and do some other stuff, do a lot of stuff there. And because it's a recreational area, it's actually also allowed for us to go here and fly our drones. So how about that? Now I'm getting transmission errors and stuff like that. So that's because I'm only 600 meters away, so that's kind of early to get those kind of problems. But let me just fly back here to where I am. Everything that I record here today, of course, will be part of a video a little bit later that I'm working on. I'm releasing DJI Fly app test 195 later today, and that had quite an unfortunate ending. So I don't want to spoil that. But that was not fun at all. At least that ended in a different way than what I expected. So a lot of stuff is going on out here in this area. There's a lot of building going on, and even I haven't been here for maybe, I don't know, a year maybe. I was here last time when I did some of the range tests with the Ortel Nano and the Mini 3 Pro. Haven't been here since that, and a lot of stuff is happening out here. This is a great area that is under great progress, you could say. You can see over here. Maybe I can show you that in the middle there. There, if I zoom in, see, this is the old control tower, and there's buildings all around it. I guess this was not how it was in the days when this was like a military base. I think it's possible to actually, I don't know if it's possible to pay for it, but it's possible to get up to this old tower if you go to this area. So it's amazing that an area as that is actually allowed to exist and is not being populated with big houses all over the place. I used it for riding electric unicycles at some point. That was also pretty cool, because you can really ride your unicycle and get the drone to chase you without you have to worry about all sorts of stuff. Oh. It's a shame. It would be nice if I had a way to share my view with you guys directly on the live stream. I did some experiments with that at some point. But it works if you're close to somewhere where you have a solid Wi-Fi connection. But when you're out in the field, like we are today, it kind of drops out at some point, and then you lose. Yeah, that's correct. Let's look at some comments here a little bit later here. But what happens when the few times I've tried to stream live from here or any other location is that I kind of the system or the signal breaks up, and then you lose the live stream at some point, and it's not really very reliable. So let's just see. Let's just fly the drone here back here, so it's I know where it is. It's out there, hanging around. So let's see if I can see some of the comments here. I can't see anything. Live super chat. There's no super chat. Top chat. Chat viewing option. The chat. Welcome to the live chat. I don't know. Oh, I need to scroll it like this. Where are you flying today? Okay, that is Værløse Flyvestation, which is a decommissioned airbase. Good afternoon. How much is the microphone set up? I think it's $365 if you want this version. That has like a charging case. It has two receivers and one transmitter. But there's also an option to buy it where you only buy sort of the receiver and one transmitter, and that is around $200. It's not up to me to judge if this is expensive or not. Oh, man. Because this set was kindly sent to me by DJI. So, hey. Now I'm losing all the comments. Dude. I'm sorry for my lack of skills doing live streams here. Just need to record a little bit more here while I still have some juice on. This is an interesting building. It is. It's a yellow one. Yeah, I can easily say that. No, but the DJI mic set, that's a lot of convenience. I really like using it, but of course it's as I said, DJI kindly sent it to me and asked me if I wanted to review it. So for me, it's very, very easy to say that this is a nice kit to use. But it really is. It's a lot of convenience. Just plug it in, start it, and record it. And the beauty is that you can use this as a separate recorder. So in case that something breaks up between these two, you still have the original recordings directly onto the receiver that you can offload with a USB-C cable. It's annoying that I can't see these chats here. There it was. There it was. So, a lot of comments here. Drone police. There are many drone police in Denmark. I don't know if it's more here than it is anywhere else. It's just if you fly frequently, you're bound to run into people that will complain or think they know the rules. Stay put. Speak Danish. Ja, det kan jeg godt. Hvad vil du høre på dansk? Kan du snakke med på dansk, eller hvad? Nå, det er Kren Jensen, min trofaste fan, der vil have, jeg skal snakke dansk på alle mine videoer. Men Kren, det giver ingen mening. Det har jeg også fortalt dig før. Jeg har en dansk YouTube-kanal, du kan hoppe over på, hvis det er. Den her, der giver det ingen mening at snakke dansk, fordi der er faktisk måske ikke andet dig, der kan forstå det. Så. Lad os se en gang her. Let's see. Man, this is not easy to navigate here. So. Hello from Scotland. Hello. Excellent, thank you. Hey there, done that. Looked up. Do you have a RC Pro controller? No, I don't have the RC Pro. I only have a few of these. As it is. Any sign of the Birdman? No, but there was like a mother and her child next to me right before. I could have been a bit concerned that they would have been reacting to the noise of the drone because she put her baby on sleep. So let's see here. Danish task. Like your new haircut. Thank you. I'm not sure that I actually had a haircut. So, could you please make a video about ND filters to use at night and what settings are good for that? You would not be using ND filters at night. That would be a really, really bad decision because you want as much light as you can into. Come on, man! You want as much light as possible into the lens, and if you are starting to put on filters onto your camera, then you would just limit that even more, which would make it a lot more easier to get the right exposure. So I would not recommend, unless it's a special filter that you want to use for enhancing something, I would not recommend that you use filters during nighttime. Off with them, that's for sure. And now maybe I should just bring the drone down here before I answer a few more questions. See if I can. So the problem I had the other day, which I will reveal to you in the video a little bit later today, is that when I tried to land the drone on the roof of the car, it actually slammed into the roof. And I think it made me do that. Ooh. So what I normally do is I aim for the glass roof here. And now it's becoming a really, really tricky because we are live. Let's see if I can do this without smacking anything. So this time it just said that the landing was not. The landing surface was not ideal for this. But what happened on the other video, which you would see, is that when I pulled down the throttle stick here, it actually slammed directly into the roof full force. So let me just see what else is put up here comment-wise here. So let's see. So, what do you think about me bringing you along here? It adds a lot of complexity to my flight because I need to check out comments and all that stuff. But I think it's how's your car doing? I think it's nice to connect with you guys, at least when I'm out on these smaller missions here. My car is doing fine. Nothing happened to the car. Now this one needs to go away. When you get stuff from DJI, does it come from China? I don't know. I just receive a package. So let's see, Grace, let's see there. Are there any biking shows at Værløse? Nice filming opportunity. Yeah, there's I don't know. There's probably some bike clubs out here that you could connect to if that's your interest, and maybe you could hook up with those and maybe get some more information of what they're doing out here. So I run into them every time that I'm out here. Maybe not when it's as cold as it is right now, but in the summertime they are here all the time. So yeah. That was a small flight and a small live session from the field. It's quite neat that I can do this with my phone, but I would love to have a chance to actually show you what it is that I'm seeing. So maybe I should work a little bit on figuring out a more solid solution for that. I think that would be nice if I could just fly around and I could bring you along. So yeah, good to see that you are doing live stream. Yes, it's something that I really want to get back to, and there's some stuff happening in my personal life that will give me a lot more time for doing stuff like that. So this is definitely something that I would look into. I miss doing it, but it's also, I don't know, something has prevented me from doing it in a while. I love it once I get over the point where I press sort of go live and the show starts, then I feel kind of that everything should work out. But before it, I'm kind of reluctant to do it. I don't know why, but because you're always so nice to me. So it's not because of that I'm not doing it. So maybe, yeah, you know that. Anders Lund Olsen, we fly is just, I don't know, 500 meters in that direction, actually. So I'm very close to them. That's a Danish drone school. A lot of they have serviced a lot of pilots here in Denmark, and they're doing some pretty good education as far as I've heard. So maybe they are worth checking out. So hello from Poland. Just trying to scroll through the comments here. It's not so easy. So I have filmed bike clubs. Whoa, stay. Comment, stay. Ah, you just need to press the screen. Okay. I filmed bike clubs by drone 3 years ago in this location. Okay. Yeah, but there's definitely an opportunity to do that. There's no doubt about that. Did you use a regular drone or did you use an FPV drone? I would guess with the speeds that they are riding, you probably need a FPV drone to keep up. At least there's some serious speed, some serious speed riding going out here. Okay, the Mavic Pro, that's impressive. That's impressive. We don't have that kind of relationship. I would love to have an MT30T for testing. That's for sure, but I'm not sure that our collaboration is at that point yet. So it's, yeah, it would be nice. So DJI, if you're listening in here, then I would like to have the chance to test M30T. That's for sure. That seems like an awesome machine. Really, really awesome. So just need to press the screen here. I'm kind of an idiot for this. So, Terry from New Zealand is saying you have an Autel Pro 6K, but the DJI stuff is still interesting. Yeah, I had one of these at some point. And there's no doubt that this is an amazing drone. It's really, really an amazing drone. The camera quality on the 6K camera is amazing. But it's also a very big drone. And with legislation being kind of tough on us drone pilots and a lot of bird men and women lurking on every corner, I've actually decided to more or less focus on flying with the sub 250 gram drones. It makes it a lot easier to produce content, and it also seems that it caters for a bigger audience, at least among you guys. I've done some polls at some point to test out what kind of drones that you are flying, and it seems the majority of you are flying sub 250 gram drones. So it makes sense to put my effort towards that. So is Freddy. Hey Freddy, how are you doing? Yes, but the Mavic 3 is also a very amazing drone. It's very quiet, and it's also a C1 label, so you're actually allowed to fly it inside the city without any safety zone. So that is really perfect. It's a really good tool as well. I have the Mavic 3 Classic, and yeah, I like that drone a lot. They can produce some really awesome footage, no doubt about that. It's a Micro Four Thirds sensor, so there's a lot of capabilities there. So Nick, now you're throwing all these Fahrenheit numbers at me. It's not very easy for us to convert that here in Europe, that's for sure. It's hard to figure out if it's hot or cold with these numbers. So Freddy, where are you going in Denmark? Yeah, and thank you for joining, and thank you for supporting the channel. So no, I don't have the Evo 2 Pro. I sold that, actually. I sold a lot of stuff to fund sort of the vintage car that I bought here in during, that's almost a year ago. I bought this C3 Corvette, and that was not cheap, I tell you that. So I sold all the drones that I was not flying or not deliberately used on the channel. So yeah, that's kind of it. That was it. So let's see. Love the Mini Pro 2. Wait, what is the Mini Pro 2? The Mini... Oh, I don't know what the Mini Pro 2 is. Hey, this is annoying, man. I just have this chat being fixed. Maybe I can do that. I don't know. Let me just check the settings here. Save highlights, mute microphone. Can I do something? Top chats, show some. So let's just see. There's an interest. Do you have screen recording on with the DJI mic? Yes, that's the whole idea. By using this system is that I can basically infuse audio directly onto the screen recording using the DJI mic kit. But you know what? You don't need to hone out that kind of money for a microphone kit like that. It's just because I got this kit for free, basically. But you could just use a regular USB microphone and just plug it into the host port, and then you can have audio on your screen recordings as well. That's a $15 solution opposed to a, I guess $200+ solution. So let's see here. So, Thomas Baker. Yeah, mine is not a 1975. Mine is a 1970 Stingray. It's a chrome bumper model. So it's yeah, really old school. So it has like a chrome bumper in the front and in the back. And those were only made between 1968, which was when the original one was introduced, and up to 72. And then at 73, which is the only year that has a chrome bumper on the back, but it has like a neoprene bumper in the front. That's the only model that has that. And after that, they skipped all the chrome parts, at least for the bumper, front and back. It's right now in storage, and I'm really waiting for the weather to clear up so I can get it back home. I bought for like, I don't know how much money I spent. I spent a lot of money on some parts that I got back from the US. I bought a new car radio, which is identical to the one that was in the car. So it has the complete retro look, but it's redone on the inside. So it has Bluetooth and all sorts of fancy stuff that will allow me to use it like a modern, modern radio. So let's see. Whoop. Do you think the rules for flying in Greenland are the same as in mainland Denmark? I would assume so. I'm not sure, but I guess that would be fairly easy to look up somewhere. But I guess it's more or less the same. Is always bad weather in your country, cold and rain? Oh, not always. You can see right now it's sunny. It's cold, but it's sunny. Very nice. Can you make sure the weather is okay and not too much wind tomorrow around Frederikshavn? That maybe exceeds my capabilities a bit. Should you be concerned with the power still on the drone? I don't understand that question. Please rephrase. I just flown and filmed a large-scale art installation. The sculptor was very happy with the result. Have you got any similar structures in Denmark? Yeah, I don't know. Not really, I think. At least not to my knowledge. The minis are efficient and less expensive than the larger ones. That is correct. It is for most recreational drone flyers, it's all the drone that you need. No doubt about that. At least it's my opinion. Oh, that's into the... So, let's see. Is your mic recording to the SD card or to the internal memory? You're talking about the DJI RC, the DJI mic. Come on, man. So the way that it works with this setup, and I need to find a better setup for this. The way that it works here is that it basically records onto the file that is stored on the SD card on the controller. So when I record something from the transmitter into the receiver, it goes in there. But I have the option that I can enable recording directly on the DJI mic, which means that it's also... Oh, come on, man. It's also stored on... It's also stored on this one. So I basically have two recordings. One that is on the screen recorder and one that is just an audio file that is on the receiver. And this can be synced up afterwards if there has been any issues with the connection between the transmitter and receiver. So, what is the maximum wind gust speed that you will fly with? This is highly depending on what drone it is. That's sort of self-explanatory. But I've been flying in some pretty hefty winds with that one up there. And as long as you just think a little bit before you fly, then it's, I managed to get it home. Yeah, actually I have a horror story about that one. Because in the weekend, I was flying near one of the bridges in Denmark, and I was flying out and I was filming this bridge because I had some good experience in the past selling footage from that location. And I kind of pushed it a little bit. So around 600 meters out, I got the return to home warning, and the warning with low battery. And then I was trying to fly back, and opposed to what I'm telling in all my videos and recommendations, I didn't check the wind direction. So it was kind of caught in the middle of the bridge. So it was not moving particularly fast towards the shore. And when there was like, I don't know, 500 meters left or something, the critical low battery kicked in. So I was really, really under pressure. But I managed to get it onto the shore, and I landed the drone with 0% battery left. So it lived to see another day. So, yeah. See? So let's see. So let's see. Is it? Anna says it's being stormed tomorrow. Let's see. But there's no doubt when you fly in windy situations, you need to be really, really careful, because a guy like that is being tossed around really like crazy. But if you're flying with something like the Mavic 3 series or the Autel Pro series, Evo Pro, what is it called? Evo Pro? Evo Pro 2 series, then you have a much more stable platform that will take a lot of wind to be knocked out of the sky. So let's see. I had a Chevrolet Camaro. The Camaro is nice. That's a nice one. It's fun to drive. Yes. And it drinks a lot of fuel. Yes, mine is a 5.7 liter V8. It's I think it's the one that's called, it's called a 350 small block that's inside. And it I think if I'm lucky, I'm getting 6 or 7 kilometers per liter, something like that. So, but that's just part of the game. I'm not driving that much, so I survive. I survive. So. I have no idea what is required in Thailand. You have to check with the local authorities. And you need to be careful, especially if you're going outside EU. There might be a lot of stuff that is not easy. So I don't want you to get into problems. So make sure to do your homework on that part. I'm on the RC Pro. Can you only record to the internal memory, which is a pain? Oh, yeah, that's a bummer. Here I just record to the SD card. That's nice. But yeah, again, I don't know if that makes a difference, because the way that I offload the screen recordings are with the USB-C cable. So I'm not pulling out the SD card under any circumstances. So maybe it's a concern about the capacity if you're only using the internal storage. So when take off from the roof of the car, does the drone not interfere? No, not at all. It's a glass roof. It's very easy. Very easy to do that part. So I rebuilt the engine, brought it up from 3 up to 355, 350 horsepower out of it. Yes, horsepower, nice. Nice. But torque is even more nice. I had the consideration if I should have bought the car with a big block, but I ended up deciding not to, because everything with the big blocks are more expensive, and it is also a little bit dangerous with all that torque, even though it's fun. So your stream is so clear and the audio is great, working perfectly. It's actually nice. I'm just using my iPhone. It's my iPhone 12 Max, and I just go live directly from the YouTube app. So it'd be nice if I could screen share. So, but I can't do that. So that's nice. But I need to wrap up. I need to go back home. So I hope you enjoyed this little live session, and yeah, maybe we could repeat this again at some point. At least I thought it was, or at least there's some really good questions, and it's nice when you're out here to chat a little bit with you guys and connect. So have a nice day, and see you on the next one.